Here's one of my favorites. Favorite games of the week. Colts, Browns in Cleveland. Colts favored by 1.5. I'm on the Colts bandwagon right now, as you could probably tell from the last few days of us on the show. Browns, though, looking better, certainly. Over under at 46. Do you think the Browns can beat the Colts this weekend?
I really regret last week not making the Colts over the Bears my best bet. I was stuck on the third when I went with the over in the Monday night game, and I'm kicking myself still for that. So that feeling is influencing my take on this week's games. The Colts are better than I thought. They looked not very good week one against the Jaguars. Amazing. The Jaguars beat them week one. The Jaguars are winless since then. The Colts are undefeated since then, but the Colts defense is awesome. I think not having Nick Chubb will be a difference. Even though it wasn't last week against the Cowboys, they had 307 yards rushing, and Chubb had 43 of them before he was hurt. This isn't the Cowboys they're facing.
That's right.
This isn't a team that's going to lollygag and loaf when Odell Beckham Jr. is running through them for a 50-yard game-clinching touchdown. It's just not going to happen. So, I like where the Browns are. I like where they're heading. But they're heading into a buzzsaw this weekend against the Colts and next weekend against the Steelers. I actually think they have a better chance to beat the Steelers than they do the Colts. I like the Colts in this one, 20-17. That means they cover the 1.5-point spread. But, the spread's so thin. I mean, what's 1.5, right? Of course, watch. The Colts will win by 1. But I like the Colts 20-17 by a field goal. Should be a great game. Should see some great defense. And there's reason to believe. I think Browns fans, after this one, even if they lose, will feel better about their team moving forward.
Yeah, well, they should. I mean, there's things to like, certainly. I don't think they're ready for the Colts, though. I don't think they're on that level yet. To like what you said, I'm a believer in the Colts. I really am. And I think this is, without a doubt, the Ravens, I'm not going to say that, but definitely one of the more complete teams the Browns have played this year. I think it's a bad matchup for the Browns. The Browns, who want to play through that run game and everything like that, they're not going to be able to run on this Colts defense. This Colts defense is the best defense in football. The linebackers are awesome. Waves of people on the defensive line. Secondary has been a pleasant surprise there, too. That was always my question. And, they play that Seattle scheme, right, Mike, that you hear me complain about at times. Eberflus has done, the defensive coordinator for the Colts, he's done a good job. There's wrinkles in that scheme. So it's not the same look all the time to me, where it's enough curveballs to go, no, you're not going to feel that comfortable that it's going to be the same look all the time. I'm going with the Colts to win this, convincingly. I'm going to go 28-17. I am.
Wow.
I worry about that Browns defense too. And this Colts offense is balanced. They have people to block Myles Garrett. And I think the Colts are turning into one of those teams to say, watch out for. I think they're one of the better teams in football. This will be one of my best bets this week. I can promise you that.
One of the things about Eberflus, Tony Dungy made this point on Football Pod in America this week. Eberflus, like Rod Marinelli, will keep track of all the loafing that is done.
Whoa.
And there isn't any loafing done by the Colts defense because of it.
No, that is I got that in Tampa Bay, and I've seen Rod Marinelli and that coaching staff do that. That is what it's all about. And if you don't, it's like the 49ers, which is the same scheme and everything. It's like, if you don't run through the wall, when I say run through the wall, we'll find somebody else. So you're going to run through the wall? Yes, coach. And that's how they play. They play like their butts are on fire every week.
What's that sound they make? What's that sound?
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.